Hello and welcome to Joyless Gaming and the Injustice 2 ability analysis. Go from one leather-clad lady to another one. So anyway, Black Canary. First one to look at is Air Canary Cry, which is pretty self-explanatory. Lets you use her trait, Canary Cry, while in the air. Now you can't charge it, you can only activate whatever current level, whereas on the ground you can take a deep breath and charge it to the next level. But it is an overhead, and you can have an instant air overhead that, well, does that on the level 1, does a knockdown on level 2, and on level 3, if you're the right distance you can get the follow-up. So you can still get a full combo out of your level 3, but be careful about your distance from the opponent. The next ability is Screech. Now, I showed you the ability to hold a deep breath and go to charge up to the next level. This lets you do that instantly for the cost of a bar. But it doesn't let you go from nothing to full. You actually have to have at least level 1. Because it's activated during that charging window. But it does mean that you can still get a combo on a lower version for a bar, if you so wish. Otherwise it just behaves like normal. And no, you can't combine them with the you can't combine it with the air cry because you can't charge it in the air. Next is Body Bounce. Now this lets you meter burn the forward 2. So you can have an overhead launcher, get a low launcher off of that, and an overhead launcher off of that. Next is Rising Kick. This is down forward 2, doesn't replace anything, so, you know, useful. It's this kicks them, yeah, you meter burn it, you get a pop-up like that. It's not a sort of, not that kind of wall bounce type thing, but you can, if you're willing to spend 2 bars, then you can go for a setup into extra damage and whatever normal kind of thing you can get at the end there. It is unsafe, so I wouldn't just go throwing it out willy-nilly. When you've got, like, that's actually safe. But this is not. The next ability is called Sonic Burst. Now this is a 2-slot ability. It replaces her trait with a grenade. And as you can see, it actually takes longer to charge up than a regular trait, but it only has the 1 level. And you can do close, medium, or far. It's obviously too slow to really sort of combo into. It is definitely a setup tool, but when it does connect, it does stun. Pretty similar to her standard level 3 trait, and yeah, over the course of a combo, if it manages to stun your opponent, you'll get it back by the end of your combo. But otherwise, you want to use it as a setup tool. But you probably don't want to use it because it's not amazing. Sorry for the editorial there, I don't think it's any good. And last is Clutch Crush. Now this is another 2-slot ability, and it's related to her trait, but it doesn't replace her trait, it just adds something to her trait. It gives you the ability to do a command grab, but it does spend your trait meter, as you can see. And you do need to have your trait available to be able to do the command grab, because if it's not available, you don't get the command grab. And I will point out this is a mid command grab, so that's something. But, downside to it, no matter what level of your trait you're at, it always does the same damage, it always has the same effect. And so unfortunately, You can't even use it as an ender on a combo that started with your trait because it won't have regenerated enough trait meter by the time the combo's over, unless you manage to really drag it out, but you'd have to be a lot better than I am, although that's not hard because I'm not very good. But yes, unfortunately, even if you've got level 3, the command grab is exactly the same. But it doesn't replace any part of your trait, but it does just cost your trait meter. But you can otherwise just use it as a combo ender. Pretty decent damage. I sort of roughly calculated as being something like 13.5%, if that's accurate. If you want to combo into it, yes, they have to be in an airborne state, but it does also have pretty short range. So if you say do that, it'll whiff. But just one standing 3 into that, it'll connect. That's it for Black Canary. Some interesting additions, you know, having a command grab when she's already something of a brawler grappler anyway is neat. I mean, she's got to throw in one of her strings. Some of these are neat, some of them are not amazing. Certainly the grenade isn't. But I hope this was informative, educational, entertaining, whatever. There's only a couple of these left to go. So, bye for now.